Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Oh, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands.
He's going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Laverne schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense.
Running back.
That's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They give it to him again. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Keep the foot on the pedal for the offense. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this going.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Noles have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Gibson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up the first without scoring. On the option. Now the pitch. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's a big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they've been ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on down. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out with their first possession of the game. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
First down here from the offense. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He looks that one in nicely. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing than the explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Got his man quickly, and he'll run across the sidelines after a good gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Alabama pushing the tempo. He leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal.
42 spot.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Florida State, 0.
And he'll bring it back. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and pass. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It's a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, Dave.
And he intercepts it.
QB never saw the defender. He stared his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over him.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man in the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's a really nice job plugging that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones.
A shot toward the end zone. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game, offense.
A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Makes a connection. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
Florida State, 0.
And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Here we go.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive, take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, on this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next counter. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that pass is intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with the decision.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll go with the quick touch pass. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now on second and goal.
Unlock. Check. Alert.
Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown time. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, this requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep.
The deep shot.
Wait, man, that was... Hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this whole crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes that Alabama offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good, reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the get a stop, create some momentum for your offense.
Well, they executed the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama! They want to finish the season strong, and he's doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be right. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's got it at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by a field goal over Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air. It's Tucker. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on target this time. And he breaks into the open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. You think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip.
Easy. Low. Reload. Roll it.
Reads it, fires complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead down a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the Noles headed quickly to the line. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Woolard or Chris Wing.
Going downfield for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Number 15.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never.
Out to the 24.
Shake loose and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
And just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking to throw, it's Tucker. Quickly out to the tight end. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They'll put it away from the 41 on first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
On second down, wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He'll do it himself.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete out of the backfield. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
24, Florida State, 14.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
Sends it downfield. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Bringing it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. He can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy back.
Wants to throw. It's Tucker. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the ground. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important.
Going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a quick return on the interception.
And that's just excellent. They cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive. Give him some more time on the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs and help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Complete on third down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He's got it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, and it made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Pulls it in, it's Gibson. And the Seminoles in the hurry up. Now the play fake. Myers on the move. He's open on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Going for it all. And he throws another interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller.
He's off to the races. He's at the 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Nearly another.
Incomplete.
It'll be 2nd down. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 8.
Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
21.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone, but not work out. passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give to the lone running back. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6.
That wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making it harder to run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what.
Got a lot of running room. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The option look. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
38. Florida State, 21.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up? He unleashes a long one. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Leaves it with the back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. On the option. The pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Seminoles want to move quickly. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
22.
Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for you.
No doubt, 1st half it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
Florida State, 28.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And your Alabama first and 10 will take
The
over.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Right, if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The give to the back. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Tucker. A little screen to the running back. On the move is the 30. Touchdown Tide! What a grab and go for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. It was being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete.
Incomplete.
With a big one on 1st down. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. He is having a day in the vernacular of the Seminoles. They just keep chopping.
Just find that guy. Just let him keep working because he's eating. He is making himself open every play. Peter Ward, big-time players make big-time plays, and he is balling.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Looking down the middle. I don't think that's the way they drew it up.
Pass is incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. They're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll run the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
Go straight ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. But this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. They haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to...
Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
We've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go. But this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting more. He's just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
We've seen it from this running back, too. There's a lot of ways he can make you miss. Bottom line, this defense has to do a better job game tackling.
Yeah, just hard to bring down. Just physical, runs through people. This is a guy that defenses hate playing against, and you see why. So many yards after contact.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the play. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get it on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama! They pushed that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of helping their team get back.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe they just need.
Looking for a deep man. Snatches it on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Florida State, number 15, hauls it in the end zone.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Terrier. Lasso.
Looking to throw. Release to the back. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
And makes the score
Almost
Alabama.
ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
43.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them
Neutral
5
zone
yards.
infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. The defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. He leaves it with his back. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
The big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout call by the defense for first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! The lead grows since they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
61, Florida State.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Going over the top. And that will be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Getting some heat. Unloaded just as he goes. Incomplete, and they stop on 4th down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.